mental that was. Absolutely mental. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back inside the ST. Do you know, actually, it's really dark, you probably can't see me. I'm going to go Top Gear style. Let me turn on some internal lights. I don't know if that's going to illuminate me in any way, better shape or form, but anyway, let's just try it. So yeah, you join me back in the car. We're early in the morning. I'm dropping the car off at that exhaust place, the one that I went to for the rolling road. Apologies if the audio isn't fantastic. The exhaust stuff is, the boxes are rattling in the back, the road surface is poor, and I'm using the GoPro, so the audio might be a bit rubbish. But yeah, I am back en route to Top Gear in Stockport to get my exhaust fitted. So we've got the full exhaust going on today. I've not done it in bits because I want to see and feel the difference with a full one rather than doing it in stages, and obviously it's more cost effective doing it that way as well. So what have we got being fitted? We have the Milltek Evo2 4-to-1 Manifold, as it's sort of known as. We've got the Milltek Sports Cat, and then I'm having a custom back box. So the reason I've gone for the Milltek Manifold and the Sports Cat is because it's tried, tested, you know, we know that the design works, it's been around a long time, it's been tuned sort of to what should be perfection, so why would I get that custom made, you know, and I got them at good prices. So I got both the Milltek Manifold and the Sports Cat, I got them both off eBay. If the links are still available, I will pop them to the description. What I advise you do is, if you are looking to do something like this, I got them at a reduced price, at a really good price. For example, I think I got the Milltek Manifold I got for £333 delivered, which I think if you check on a lot of websites, that is really cheap. It's actually the cheapest, and it arrived, I can confirm that. That was from Roadrunner, really good price, and for a brand new one, you know, can't complain. The Sports Cat I got for £378. That was from a different company. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but as I said, I will pop the links into the description. One thing, if you want to look at getting these cheaper, is find them on eBay via my links, put them as watching. So just watch them, don't go ahead and buy them if you're not in any urgent sort of way to get them like I wasn't. I put them in my watching, and then what happens is they will come to you with a discount. Now it could be something really stupid and small like 1%, 2%, 3%, but when I got the Manifold, I think it was like 5 or 10%, which was brilliant. So that's why I went for that. So that's a little trick there of getting stuff cheaper, is put your exhaust, or well, any really parts on eBay, and just put them as watching. And if you can wait, sometimes you will get a notification saying that they've offered you at a cheaper price. But then the reason I've gone for the custom back box is I wasn't a fan of any of the tips. Like, I would have normally gone for the Milltek back box, non-res. But what I didn't like was I don't like the exhaust. It just looks like what I've got now, but a tiny bit bigger. So it just seems like I was sort of wasting money for the looks. I wanted a little bit more of a racy look, a bit like a Focus RS. So I've gone for a slash cut style exhaust with just like, you know, like a thin metal. It's not got any fancy chrome, like, you know, no rolled edges or anything like that. So hopefully it should look quite cool. Now for the size, I had a choice of sizes. I've gone for something that's obviously, you know, non-standard in size, but also not too big. So I've gone for 3.5 inches. Now, the reason I haven't gone for anything bigger, now I did ask on a lot of the groups, and people were saying, you know, you can go up to 4.5 inches with the maxed in diffuser. But then the thing is, then I had people contradict that by showing me pictures and sending me sort of, you know, messages saying how theirs was basically touching the diffuser, you know, risk of melting, and, you know, it can damage and stuff with scraping and blah, blah, blah. And I didn't want to do that. And I could have gone for, I don't think the exhaust actually came in a 4-inch. I don't think it did. So anyway, I went for 3.5 inch, which, like I said, I'm sure it'll look good. So yeah, I'm properly excited about this, that the car should sound pretty good. I don't know if I'm a bit worried if it's going to sound overly loud. But at the end of the day, you know, I kind of wanted that full non-res exhaust. I have had comments as well from people, why haven't you gone decat? Well, the thing is, in a weird way, it'd be the question of why go decat. At the end of the day, I can't be bothered with, you know, jacking a car up, taking off a decat to put either a CatBack on or a Sports Cat just for an MOT. I don't really see the point, and the thing is, it's gonna just make it a lot louder, and I don't want it to be like insanely loud, the exhaust. I obviously want it more than what I've got now. After I've removed the resonator, it does sound better, but I want something more than that. but also it's the performance gains. I think I've watched videos of people doing tests between D-Cat and Sports Cat, and honestly, I don't think there's any change. And even if there is, on a car like this, you are never going to notice it. And it could be like half a horsepower or 1 horsepower difference, even if it did make a difference. So it's not worth the messing around with having a loud car with the D-Cat and also having to faff with it for MOT. So yeah, that answers that question, hopefully. Right, I'm not too far away. The place has allowed me to get there earlier than their normal opening times, just because I'm going to have my wife sort of a further few cars behind me. She's coming to pick me up because I need to get to work this morning. So hopefully the next clip will be me with my exhaust.
The next day.
Okay everyone, so actually the next day, and it's absolutely freezing. It has snowed. Look at the car behind me. Back at ours, it's really snowed a lot. But yeah, so the car wasn't ready in the end of the day. I dropped it off. So this is now the next day. I can see in the distance. I'm gonna go and pick it up and let's see what it sounds like. Okay, so just picking the car up. This is the first time that we'll have started the engine up to listen to it. So let's see what it sounds like. That is deep. Oh my god, it sounds so different than what I'm used to. Right, well, because the weather is really bad and also I need to get to work, I'll do a proper drive and a proper video after work.
Later.
So I'm gonna go for a drive now. This is after I posted my post on Instagram about not liking this exhaust. It is so loud. I've spoke to the company. Hopefully we can come to a bit of a resolution on it. But anyway, I'm going to go for a drive just so I can let you hear what it sounds like from inside. I'm not sure if that's in the way. And also from the outside. The outside probably sounds cool, but the inside sounds so loud. Honestly, it sounds like I've got a massive hole in the exhaust. I don't know if that's coming across on camera. I didn't put any acceleration basically into that, and it is so noisy and drony. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing how loud it is. I mean, it sounds mental. It sounds like some sort of race car, but you know, I need to be able to hear or talk to someone or listen to the radio, and I'm not going to get that in here. I'm actually finding that I'm having to talk quite loud. I've got the windows closed. I'm going to put my foot down now. It sounds absolutely bonkers. It sounds mental. I mean, it's when you're putting your foot down, it sounds good fun, but it is way too drony for me. Way too drony. I'll see if I can just get it. I mean, geez, honestly, it was like mental. That was absolutely mental. I feel like I'm smiling because this is the only time you can enjoy the noise is when you're putting your foot down on a country road. But listen, is that coming across on camera? It's pretty noisy. Yeah, that's just the engine. So noisy. Just pulled over. So the plan is, we're hopefully, oh my god, I mean, it sounds crazy. I mean, this is in the cabin with all the doors closed. Listen, things are rattling in here. It is mad. That's with door open. Doesn't really pop. Like burbles. Seems to rev faster. Oh, there's a pop. Yeah, it's pretty loud. And smells. So what I'm going to do is I'll do a screen recording of a decibel meter, because someone actually mentioned that it could be illegal, but like I said, but I'm going to point out what's going to happen next week. Hopefully I can sort of get something sorted with the car, but I'm going to do a decibel, so I'm not going to speak, and I'm going to do tick over, rev it with the door closed, and then rev it with the door open. Now I'm going to see if I can get it closer to the exhaust and what we're going to pick up. Woo! So max was 85 decibels. I mean, it sounds really loud to me. It does sound freaking awesome when you want it to be noisy. But the problem I've got is I don't mind it when you are giving it some. You want it to sound like this. It sounds pretty mean. But it's when I'm going to sort of get set off again. It's when I'm driving. That's the issue in regards to just normal driving, because this isn't just a weekend car. I mean, if you can hear that, I'm only at 25 miles an hour now. 30. That's like just me just gently driving off. It is so loud. And the thing is, it's just like now, look, I'm barely doing anything. I'm just gently pressing on the accelerator because I'm going slightly up a hill. And the drone is just insane. It is so droney. Honestly, I am talking a little bit louder. It might not come across on camera, but I'm having to talk louder because it's so noisy. I mean, it pops, grumbles, burbles, snaps, all that kind of stuff. Sounds amazing. Sounds very dramatic and cool. But when I just want to kind of just get to work, I can't hear anyone. If I'm on the phone, yeah, can't hear you. Do I want to listen to some music? I'm going to have it blasting because it's so loud. So loud. So what I'm going to do, oh, blah, 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 it does sound cool in that regard. Crackling and popping like mad. It sounds great underfoot. rid of that noisy, constant drone inside the cabin. I mean, now listen, I'm barely accelerating just then, and there was just a drone, a horrible, like, mono, annoying noise that kind of feels like it affects your eardrums. It actually affects your eardrums. Like, I feel pressure. I went on a dual carriageway, and I was just doing, I tried it at 70, and it was absolutely horrendous at 70 miles an hour. I tried it at 60, because I thought, you know, try it at 60. Yeah, no, it was still ridiculously drony. If someone tried to call me on the phone, they would not be able to hear me, and I wouldn't be able to hear them unless I had it really, really loud. And I'm just going to end up shouting at each other, and I can't have that. You know, the car isn't about being massively loud. I just want it to be sporty, unleash a few more horses, get some snaps, crackles, and all that kind of thing. But hopefully it will resolve it, so I will do a follow-up video on how I get on with the resonator fitted to the exhaust. Well, thanks everyone for watching. Hopefully I see you with a slightly more happy sort of tone about the exhaust in my next one. Thanks a lot. See you again soon. Bye.